Hey guys, happy February. Here is your astrology report, quickie version. Okay, the big news this month is that Mercury and Venus are finally going to be going. Thank God. And that's going to happen in a couple of days. However, before you get excited, don't jump the gun. Because when a planet goes retrograde, so say it's going forward, then it slows down. It's called station, so it stays still, and then it goes retrograde, and then it stations again. It stays still for a day or two, and then it starts to go forward again. So say we're right here where it's starting to go forward, Venus and Mercury say. So when it goes through this shadow period, that's the point in the sky where it started to go backwards, right? So when it goes through that shadow period, that's still like a tricky time. So I wouldn't buy big ticket items. I wouldn't make hotel reservations and plane reservations. If you can help it, wait a couple weeks. If you can't, make sure that you double check, triple check any kind of reservations. I wouldn't sign contracts for a couple of weeks. I would wait until mid-February to do any kind of like big purchasing, signing of contracts, traveling if possible. And by mid February, we'll be out of the woods. So that'll be a better time to do that stuff. Okay. Now we've got a new moon tonight, 9:45 Pacific time, which heralds the Chinese New Year. So Happy New Year, woohoo! They're calling it Lunar New Year, I noticed, not Chinese New Year. So I'm not sure if that's like a politically incorrect thing to say Chinese New Year anymore. I don't know. So if it is, I'm sorry. Okay, we have Mars trining Uranus on February 8th, which is a great night to like let your freak flag fly, so to speak. So go have fun that night. February 11th, we've got Pluto. Ooh, this is a tricky one. So Mercury and Pluto are going to be conjunct, which means that they look like they're kind of together from our vantage point on Earth. You can't even see Pluto with the naked eye. You need a telescope anyway. But here's the thing. Pluto is a malefic, which means that's a planet that brings up like stress and ickiness and tension. And Mercury is traditionally the god of communication. So what that means is things that have been kind of buried or like under the surface. Say you suspect someone of doing something that's not kosher or above board, but you haven't really said anything because you don't have proof or you don't want to make waves. So that day when Mercury is conjunct Pluto, that's probably going to when everything like boils up to the surface. So just be prepared that you don't want to make accusations that are unfounded. So make sure you have your facts before you go accusing someone or, bringing up something that might be really stirring the pot. And likewise, people might, accuse you of doing something. So just that day is going to be a little tricky. So, yeah, February 11th, put that on your calendar. February 14th, Valentine's Day. Okay, so we have Mercury going into Aquarius. Now, the planet of Mercury rules communication and um, travel and just like think of Geminis. They're ruled by Mercury. They're like little radios. So when he's in Aquarius, this is a sign that Mercury really likes because it's very progressive and forward thinking, and ideas can get big and like big picture ideas come more naturally to us. Big picture thinking. So that's a great sign for him to be in. He likes being in that sign. It's kind of like the Elon Musk vibe there because it will make people feel intellectual, a little bit like not unpassionate, but they'll have like a more rational sort of robotic-y feel to the thinking, and it's not going to be like emotionally based thinking. That is a great night. Even if you aren't in a relationship, February 14th, because of this placement, that's going to be a great night to be with friends or day. I keep saying night, like everyone's a night owl. So go out because Aquarius rules friendships. It rules the 11th house. And in astrology, the 11th house is the house of groups. So don't mope around if you don't have a date for Valentine's Day. Call up some friends, get together, have a party, have a little dinner party at your house. It's going to be really good conversationally. So don't waste that night. Okay. We have a full moon in Leo. Woo! That is a great full moon. That is a party moon. That's on the 16th. And you know what else is cool about that day? Venus and Mars are conjunct. Now, Venus is the planet of love and beauty, and Mars is the very masculine, you know, sexual energy, warrior energy, athleticism. Those two planets in mythology are the lovers in Greek and Roman mythology. They're the lovers. So when they're together, there's going to be a sexy vibe to those few days. I would say it's on the 16th, but you'll probably be feeling the effects of it by Valentine's Day, and it'll peak on the 16th, and then it'll start to wane a couple days after. So enjoy those 3, 4, maybe even 5 days. Take advantage, because you never know what's going to happen. So make sure you look good. Smile at strangers. Don't be afraid to talk to people. You never know. On the 17th, we have Jupiter in 10 degrees of Pisces. He's going to sextile Uranus. So this energy is it's going to bring compassion to us. We're going to feel really kind and loving toward other people. Pisces. Jupiter brings abundance to whatever sign he's in and to whatever planet he's making contact with. So when Jupiter's there, yeah, we're going to have a nice time there in that Pisces sextile. Okay. On the 18th, we have the sun going into Pisces. So happy birthday, Pisceans. And I forgot to say happy birthday, Aquarians, as well. When the sun is in Pisces, we're feeling very emotional and spiritual. It's an uplifting time. If you're creative and you want to kind of get into a groove, it's a great month to, paint and draw and write music and play guitar and, do whatever your creativity is wanting you to do. So don't waste this time. The 23rd, we've got Mars sextiling Neptune. Now, Mars, he's considered a malefic, and Neptune can be a tricky one too. Neptune is kind of like the planet of dreams, but also like fantasy, escapism, and drugs. So before you decide that you want to spend $13,000 on a life coaching course, wait until that aspect on the 23rd is done, and see if you still feel that way afterwards, because we're going to feel very like gung-ho to like do something, and we might be in the land of magical thinking around that time. So be careful. Like kind of, temper your fantasies, especially that day. On the 24th, we have Mercury, and he's in Aquarius. He's going to square Uranus. So this could be some disruption. It could be breakthroughs, kind of cool, but squares usually are bringing like tense aspects to what's going on, and I would say that's going to be disruption, and we're probably going to get some communication, some news that's very disruptive on that day. So I hope it's not more like rioting and but just be prepared on the 24th that could be, a pretty wild day as far as news goes. So that kind of does it for February. Those are the main aspects that I feel like we should know about. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about astrology with me. And thanks for watching. Okay, kisses and happy Valentine's Day.